Hey guys, Got Level here, and Apex Legends is a video game that has gained massive attention in the past 72 hours. So some of you actually asked me to do a free overlay pack for this specific game, and that's exactly what I spent my time doing today. So let's get right into it. So of course, I'm not doing a conventional presentation like I used to do. I really want to go through some of the specifics of this pack. Obviously, I do not own the rights to some of the images and all of that. That's why the pack is completely free, but I did modify them so that they adapt to your Twitch channel. I do say Twitch channel, but obviously if you're streaming on YouTube, on Mixer, most of the overlays will be compatible. So you're gonna have 17 files. Those are PNG files, and then when you go to the panels, you will have 18 panels, including a blank one that you can customize if you have something specific that you want to show there. For the avatars, those are mostly examples that you can use some characters, but obviously if your Twitch channel is very personalized, you should use your own face. I also included a background, which is something that I started doing recently on my overlay packs. If you want to change the language, for example, well, you can write your own in your own language starting soon, be right back, stream ending, and all of that. Then obviously we have this design, stream ending, starting soon, currently offline. For the intermission screens, what I've done is actually, this is a transparent background. This is a PNG image with a transparent background. And the reason why I made this transparent is because you won't have to struggle much to place your camera. Also, it allows me to have little things that go on top of the camera. Makes it look better. And for the stream labels, as you can see, I created this to match kind of the in-game UI as close as possible. I also have this version if you don't want it to be vertical and you'd rather a horizontal layout. Well, this is also available. And here you have the camera overlay, also made to really match the UI in-game. But enough talking, I am now going to set it up in Streamlabs OBS. It's going to be a time lapse. Basically, I'm going to fast forward through it, and then I'll see you guys there. Okay, so here we have it. This is the starting soon screen. It only took the one image to have it up, and then right here we have the labels bar that I actually created on my main game screen. So let's go to the main game screen. There you go. This is actually a video of the game playing because I don't have the game running right now, but just to give you an example and an idea of what the overlay would look like. So I'm gonna go find my camera here, and I'm gonna move it up a little bit so that chat can potentially see what's going on right here. For the labels bar and also for the camera overlay, you're gonna see it's one image, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Right now, what I created is basically I added one image for the labels bar, and then I went and clicked add source, and then stream labels, stream label. And then right there, you can pick if you want most recent follower, top donator, and all of that. Okay. For the camera overlay, I added the image, but the camera source, which is the video capture source, the cam right here, is actually underneath the actual overlay. So that is important because as you can see, we have parts of the overlay that are on top of the camera. Then after doing that, in order to move everything around, I basically just selected both of my sources, which is the image for the camera overlay and the camera, and then I created a group right here. So now I have my group, it's called cam, and now if I want to move both of those sources, they will move together basically. And I did pretty much the exact same thing with the labels. I can collapse the group, and now I only have cam and labels. Now, a problem that I have with Streamlabs OBS is that I have a hard time trying to resize stuff. If I try to resize this, even though it's a group, it doesn't resize everything. So what you can do to make this a little easier is right click on the group, go to group, and click on group into scene. We're gonna call this scene labels. And now what happened is that it created a new scene with just our labels, but now it added itself back in as a scene. So now if I want to do this, everything stays proportional, which is perfect because this is meant to be a little smaller, so it would look something like that on screen. Now the cool thing with that also is that if I want to change the color, because you guys might be thinking, oh my god, orange, why orange? I made it one single color because in Streamlabs OBS you can actually change the color, also in OBS Studio. So you can just right click and go to filters and add a color correction filter. So we're gonna click color correction, click done, and then here we can play with the hue, the hue shift. Let's say I want to make it this blue. Okay, I want to make it blue like that. Now let's say that blue is your color. Okay, so now everything matches. You want your camera overlay to also match the same blue. Now instead of going to your camera overlay, going to filter and blah blah blah, you can just right click right there, click copy filters, open up your cam folder, go to camera overlay, and then paste filters. Boom, and now your overlay is actually blue. The colors match. Now, as I told you about the labels, if there are labels that you don't want to show up, for example, if you don't want the top cheer, if you don't value your cheerers and you don't want cheers to show, what you can do is go to the scene that you created that has the labels. You can deactivate the top cheer here, click on the label and hold Alt to crop basically, and click and drag and it will crop it as long as you're holding the Alt button on your keyboard, and boom, now you only have these three labels and your stream is looking good. Now for the intermission screen right there, we pretty much did the same thing. I could add a chat box. Let me go ahead and do that. So if I go to widgets, I can find chat box. So you can have chat right there. For the display capture that I have here, instead of, this is where you would put the game capture, basically. It's also underneath the overlay. So if I try to move it around, oh, it can even bleed into this. Basically, I made it so that you can just add it here and not really worry about fine details when it comes to how you want it to adapt, so that you don't have one pixel bar that is not fitting. Same thing for the camera, it's underneath the intermission screen. And for example, as I showed you, there's an other label bar that you can add, which is in line like that. So that's also an option. I would go and add an image, and it would be this one. So you would have this one right here, and you place it wherever you want. If you want it on top, that's fine. If you want it at the bottom, and you would basically, I don't want to go in depth into this because I have so many tutorials already showing you how to add overlays. But basically, this is the Apex Legends overlay pack, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. It's completely free. You can go to gumroad.com/getlevel to get it. If you want to change colors, same thing with this intermission screen. Paste filters, do we have the same filters copied? Let's try. Boom, look at that, chat. I'm gonna go to my labels bar, paste filters, boom, and now it's blue. All right, let's do another quick recap of all the files that you're gonna get, and then we can move on. So you have the 4 character avatars. You have a background image if you feel like writing starting soon and all of that in your own language. The font, the custom font used on the other ones, this one, that's why I made it straight so that you don't struggle if you don't have Photoshop or whatever. You can actually add the text in Microsoft Paint in anything. Please don't ask me how to add text to image. You can just Google that. That's gonna be the banner, so I left it empty, just like the background, so you can put your own social media, your name if you want, and all the information you want to display. This is the Be Right Back. This is one of the camera overlays. This is another one for the other side. This is one of the intermission screens. This is another one. The labels bar, the other labels bar. The currently offline image, which is very important for Twitch. Starting soon. The stream ending. And that's it for the main PNGs. And then here you have like 18 panels. Obviously, you have everything you should need and on top of it, you have this blank one that you can customize. As I said, the font link will be in the product description. All you have to do to get this is go here on gumroad.com/getlevel and click right here. It's the Apex Legends free Twitch overlay pack. You just click here. It gives you all the information you need to know about the files and also a link to the custom font used for making them. And I think the information should be clear. I've repeated myself so many times during this video. I'm sorry about that. So if you haven't downloaded and installed Streamlabs OBS yet, I urge you to download it. I'm going to have a link in the description. I'm also going to have a link in the description for gumroad.com/getlevel, which is where you can get this free overlay pack and a bunch of others. Social media will probably be up there in the meantime. I am still a little sick, but I really appreciate all the support I've been getting, guys. It really warms my heart, and like, I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. But thank you so much for watching. Get Level out.